Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to fix spoiled people. Have you ever heard of the Cobra Effect? This is when good intentions from our end lead to perverse results. One example could be, let's say, the smartphone. I understand that a lot of ideas were needed to create the smartphone, but just for a second, assume that there was a guy named Billy who created the smartphone. Initially, he had the best of intentions. He wanted to interconnect the world. He wanted knowledge to be spread at the speed of light. He wanted to have people record their memories. Initially, Billy had the perfect intention. But as time went on by, his amazing smartphone idea led to a lot of perverse results. Revenge porn, social media addiction, FOMO, the fear of missing out. Nowadays, when he looked around, he saw people glued to their smartphones rather than interacting with the person right across from them. This, my friend, is the Cobra Effect in a nutshell. It's when good intentions lead to perverse results. And similarly, that is exactly how spoiled people are born. Spoiled people are born because their guardian, or the person who makes most of the decisions, wanted the best. They had the good intention of, I work so hard so this person doesn't have to. But this led to a spoiled person, a person who is entitled. They don't understand the meaning of hard work. They don't showcase gratitude for anyone. How do we fix this? We fix this by a very counterintuitive approach. The parent, hypothetically, let's say a parent has created a spoiled child. The parent is thinking, well, I work so hard so my kids don't have to. And if that's the operating system that they are working with, then what they're going to think is, I'm going to work even harder so my kids can hopefully one day understand the sacrifices I'm making. But that's not what is going to happen. Instead, the kid is going to develop more blind spots. This is why to fix spoiled people, you need to give them more responsibility. Whenever we have ownership over something, that's when we exercise more critical thinking faculties. It's as though the mental faculties that were lying dormant suddenly become supercharged, especially when we know that we're responsible for this. So for the longest time, if you're over here getting a maid to clean your kid's room, nowadays you let them know, hey, look, this boundary right here is your room and you are in charge of it. You gotta clean it. The spoiled kid is going to think, me? How dare you tell me to do something like that? But you repeat it. This is your boundary. You're really hammering home the idea that they're in charge of this. And now you must clean it, little boy. And then at first they may fight you, but eventually they are going to understand that this is their particular property. And it doesn't always have to be them cleaning their room. It could be a certain skill set that they are responsible for. Look, thus far, I have been the person that was driving. I have been the person that was coming to you. Your goal is to create an itinerary for the trip. These little responsibilities allow someone to feel involved. Hopefully, it doesn't get this bad. Hopefully, it doesn't matter how much great intentions that you have. You're always keeping the other person involved by making them do some work. So eventually, you don't have to ask them to do anything. They are very self-sufficient, and due to the mental faculties being alert from all different angles, they will do work without being told. The reason spoiled people are born is because the guardians, the decision makers, had the good intention of allowing this person to live an easy life. But due to them living such an easy life, rather than being grateful, they're becoming entitled. To fix that entitled attitude, you gotta give them some work. You do this. And you say it in a gentle way, of course. You're in charge of this. This entire itinerary for Bahamas, you, my friend, you're in charge. We're following your lead. By giving up the lead to this spoiled person, the spoiled person will no longer be as spoiled. And one day, hopefully, the Cobra effects are undone. And this person is the winner that you always knew that they could be. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you next time.